So this Boardman gravel bike is the bike I ride more than anything else, and one of the main reasons for that is it can do so many things. I'll explain more about that now. So it's a proper mishmash this. I've built it up from frame only. It's got obviously Dior mountain bike componentry on the rear there. It's a double on the front. This iteration of it is a 9-speed with 700c wheels. On the rear is 40c, and then there's a fatter 50c tyre on the front. But what makes it so versatile is this bike can either run as it is now, so 700c gravel tyres, and a 9-speed cassette, or I can take this 10-speed cassette and wheels from the carbon road bike, and it can run those instead. So I can have it as a 700c 10-speed rather than 9, and 25c tyres, or it can run, and I don't have any here to show you a sec, but it can run 27.5 or 650b mountain bike tyres and wheels. I've got a mountain bike set up like that with an 11-speed cassette on it, I think it is, and I can interchange all of those onto this bike in about 5 minutes just by swapping out the wheels. And the way you can do that and run that 9, 10 or 11 speed all on the one bike is this, and some of you are going to hate this. So this bike runs a friction front shifter, so no indexing. It's a linear shifter, and that shifter doesn't know whether it's running an 8, 9, 10, 11 speed cassette, so I can switch through to any wheel set and it'll instantly work with this setup. Obviously there's a tiny bit of difference in chain length, but with a double on the front I find I can go between the 3 cassettes I've got without much bother. So yeah, it can be everything from like a tourer, you know, with road bike wheels on it, quite a fast Sunday ride bike. It can be a gravel bike as it is now, and then in the winter it can be a bit of a monster gravel with the mountain bike wheels and tyres, the 650s. So if I zoom out a little bit and I'll show you how it shifts through the gears with this friction shifter. So keep an eye on the cassette and you'll just see how fluid the shifting is. So you can dump a load of gears at once if you need to, or you can just change one at a time with a nice ping. But yeah, you can dump so quick to your emergency gear with the friction setup, and it's all interchangeable between a number of different speed cassettes. So this makes this bike 3 bikes in one, really. I've got that monster gravel option, I've got this standard gravel option up to 50c tyres, and I've got the road wheel option. So yeah, the carbon bike doesn't get much of a look in these days because this thing is so versatile. It's an aluminium frame. It's not an expensive bike. I think these brand new are only about, well, I say only, but they're about £750 brand new, I think, these Boardman aluminium gravel bikes. Yeah, and it's just amazing. It does a bit of everything. I mean, not everyone's going to like the friction setup, I appreciate that. And I have got this old school external cable loop there, as you can see, coming out of the shifter, but I quite like that because I'm old. But yeah, in general, just the most versatile, robust, and one of the cheapest bikes that I own, but the one that gets probably the most use And just a little bit there to show you really about friction shifting and the versatility of it. Like I said, 50% of you are going to think it's great, and 50% of you are going to absolutely hate it, think it's old-fashioned, but it works really well, and it makes this bike absolutely awesome.